All right, last thing I want to talk about is the Pittsburgh Steelers given literally zero opportunity to win the AFC North. The Caesar Sportsbook put out their latest odds on the division. The Bengals are obviously in first place with plus 120 odds, followed by the Ravens at plus 275. Then the Browns at 360, and the Steelers all the way down at plus 550 to win the AFC North. I mean, it's hard to argue the Bengals until the Bengals lose. You kind of expect them to be the winners. The Ravens, they got some hype going on because of Baltimore. The Browns. At what point do we start realistically looking at the Cleveland Browns and saying this team's really not that good?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's another one where I'm like, you have to prove it. Like you had all these great pieces supposedly, and I understand Deshaun Watson only played 4 games last year. How
Oh,
many
8
was
games.
it? 8
9.
games. He played
Yeah.
that many?
Yeah, I believe he came in halfway through the season. I don't really pay attention to Deshaun Watson
Yeah, I try to avoid that as much as possible.
too much. No, he played 6 games, so you were right. 6 games.
Split the difference.
Yeah.
But he did not look good in any of the game, like especially that season finale against in Pittsburgh. He did not look very good at all. I was
Nope.
not impressed by him in any sense. Like that's one where they've got to prove it. And so it's not just the fact that they are ahead of the Steelers in this. They are so significantly, like, that's
Yes.
a wide margin.
Wide.
I don't understand that at all. I really don't.
No, you're looking at that and going, like, if you're just like taking a guess, the Browns are finishing 9-7, and the Steelers are like, 5-12, 5-11. I guess not 5-12, it'd be 5-12. Like, that's the gap. 550 is a huge gap between, what is it, 350? Like, there's just, you can't, like, that's just, it doesn't make sense. Like, looking at the Steelers and what they did this offseason and what they did at the end of last year and saying, oh, well, the Browns stunk, but we expect them to get better. But the Steelers, they finished strong, but we expect them to be worse. On top of having a much easier strength of schedule this season. I mean, like, I would not take the bet and say that they're going to win the AFC North. But if there was an opportunity to say they're not going to finish last, if there's some bet there, I would hammer that thing with as much money as I could possibly safely put down on that bet, because there's just no way. Like, there's just no way. Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season ever. I don't expect it to be this season. And I can't say the same about the Cleveland Browns. Like, the Browns have not shown me anything that said, oh, this team's going to get so much better. Like, no, if Deshaun Watson stinks, which he stunk last year, that team's done. Like, it's done for a long time. Like, it's a catastrophic loss to miss on the Deshaun Watson trade and what he could bring to the table, because now you not only have zero money left for the next, 6 years, you don't have a quarterback, and you got to figure that one out too. Like, it just, nope, doesn't make any sense. Like, the guy,
right.
7 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. That was Deshaun Watson's.
Well, it's not like they added
ratio.
any incredible weapons or any, like, they added a bunch of rookies who are going to be solid backups for them, but like they didn't get the kind of injection of talent I feel like the Steelers did on top of a team that already finished strong. And because Mitch was still starting the first time these two teams played last year, right?
Yes.
And even that was still a 1 possession game. And then season
like, exactly. But it was Mitch versus Jacoby Brissett. I get that, but like, in my opinion, the Browns got worse. Like, the Browns were good week 3? The Browns were good in week 3. By the time week 8, week 9 or whatever, they were awful. They were so bad, and they just progressively got worse. And I don't know. They signed Dalvin Tomlinson. I'll give him that one.
Okay.
Juwan Thornhill, I guess. Cool. That's,
Didn't they lose? They lost Kareem Hunt too, right?
They lost. Well, Kareem Hunt's still on the market. I don't think he's signed anywhere, but I don't think he's coming back. They don't have Jadeveon Clowney again. They lost Jadeveon Clowney. They signed Mike Ford, Matthew Adams. Don't even know who that is. Oh, they did get Elijah Moore. That's a pretty good one. We'll give you.
Yeah.
I'll give you Elijah Moore, but I still don't think that moves. it's not even about the weapons. Like I thought he had weapons last year. Why? What
Yeah.
was wrong with Amari Cooper and Donovan Peoples-Jones?
Yeah.
Nothing, in my opinion. Plus David Njoku was coming up. You have the best running game in football. Like I just the pieces were there, man. If you couldn't do it last year, what's gonna change this year? Meanwhile, the Steelers, like you said, they got better. So I don't know. Again, I don't think they win the North. I don't think so at all. But
but they're certainly better than the Browns, and they have a chance to be better than the Ravens, I think.
Yes, 100% agree. I think the Ravens are a giant mystery. I don't look at them like Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, is a Super Bowl worthy quarterback. Like I think this dude could do everything that you expect him to do, but you don't know what his health is going to be. You don't know what the new offensive coordinator is going to be. And I'm not going to sit here and say Odell Beckham Jr. is going to play 17 games or play them at a level where you're like, this guy is the wide receiver one.
Yeah.
So just no, needle wasn't moved at all. Plus that defense got worse, and they're probably going to get rid of Patrick Queen at some point this summer as well. So nope, just no. The AFC North got worse, and this Pittsburgh Steelers got better. The Cincinnati Bengals got better too. I will give you that. Like, Orlando Brown's a huge pickup, but I just, not bad odds. Real. Some of the worst odds I've seen, if we're being honest, for the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason.
And it is just annoying that you can't I can't bet on that and be like, oh, I can get some value off of that. It's just like they got to win the North.
Yeah, they have to win the North, which
they're just going to be better than. I can't bet on Steelers to finish in third or second or.
That would be awesome because, but even then, like you're taking a risk. Like I'd probably go second over third maybe, but I'd like if it was just like, do the Steelers finish with a better record than the Browns? Yes. Like, like just yes or no. Yes. And now whatever those odds are, I'll take them. If they're negative, hammering it, like, and I don't know what the Browns over under is, but I would imagine it's right there with the Steelers, and I would take the under because I don't think the Browns are walking away from the season as a promising football team.
Absolutely.
Think they enter the panic territory once again, and the life cycle of the Browns and their fans. Sorry for them.
I was going to say familiar spot. Spot for them.
Yeah. Well, the NFL life cycle is a constant, and the Browns are unfortunately part of that. So it is what it is.